down a rabbit hole because I checked Facebook, and now I know why you and I are never going to own a house. Why every person who's been trying to buy a house has been outbid by like $100,000, if not more, above asking price. And yeah, it's also racist. It's also racist. 15% of the homes sold last year were not sold to people trying to buy a house, but they were sold to private corporations. 15% of the homes sold last year were not sold to people trying to buy a house, but they were sold to private corporations. Private corporations. Private corporations. And people buying their second and third houses. And this happens most in southern cities and way more in predominantly black neighborhoods. Way more in predominantly black neighborhoods. Way more in predominantly black neighborhoods. 1 in every 4 houses in Atlanta. 1 in every 4 houses in Atlanta. 1 in every 4 houses in Atlanta. 24% of the homes sold in Miami. 1 in 4. 1 in 4. 1 in 4. And look where you can see the concentration. Charlotte, North Carolina. 25%. Insane. Insane.
1 in 5 in Phoenix. And this is actually how I figured this out. Because the girl that I know that I used to work with bought her 3rd rental property there. There were cities where it was lower, but even within that, you can see this trend. Chicago is the most segregated city in America, and the majority of homes that were purchased by investors are in the predominantly black area of the city. 15% nationwide. 30% in black neighborhoods. This is past late-stage capitalism. This is feudalism. 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 30% in black neighborhoods. This is past late-stage capitalism. This is feudalism. 30% in black neighborhoods. This is past late-stage capitalism. This is feudalism. 30% in black neighborhoods. This is past late-stage capitalism. This is feudalism. This is feudalism. 30% in black neighborhoods. This is past late-stage capitalism. This is feudalism. This is feudalism. This is feudalism.
We should act how a time traveler would more often. That's religion to me. I don't need a book. A time traveler would let y'all know about this. And in this dimension, they only understand anything if it's a bread and circus performance. So here's me dancing and singing. I make it into songs. One day I'm gonna play it to the police on a riot line. And wonder, was it you who shot Donovan LaBella in front of me for playing a song? Was it you? Was it you? I'm gonna play this and remind them what they took an oath to as they brutalize us this time around. Music is a sacred and protected form of protest and self-expression. We have to stop the overthrowing of the timeline by money. We have a right not to bow to money as a god. Money is a false god, and it's because greed has an entropy. So does war. Entropy means something that gets worse and worse and worse and worse, like an equation of a slope of a line, or something like that. I don't know, I'm not a scientist. So music does come in handy. We need help in this country, bad. And that's really hard in a country where sickness is a competitive industry. So are the prisons for profit. We're right back to slavery as a competitive industry. We never left it. This is a real risk. A time traveler would wish that he could bring voice to this issue. So I'm gonna do that. God help us, time. We're gonna need it here. They broke every treaty. They spilled oil in the water. They laughed in our faces as we told them that we warned them, and they just brutalized us more. They buy all the houses in all the minority neighborhoods. We're being attacked. Financial abuse is a real and damaging thing, and it's being done to my whole generation. to the point that it's a eugenics operation. We can't even afford housing, and you got us listening to music, adorning people in diamonds, as if those diamonds couldn't pay a whole medical bill, a whole neighborhood's medical bills, buy a whole reservation, kick the old ladies off of it. Medical bills shouldn't even be a thing. Medicine is sacred and protected. Cake, eat, let. We're being attacked. This is what a coup d'etat looks like in modern day. We're being attacked. Let them eat cake like you rearranged the letters in my name. I'm the ace up the sleeve, just take off the K. Maybe I won't. We could just talk it out. What'd I say? We got robbed in the education department in this country. It took Bernie running for president for us to even learn what wealth inequality is. We don't even know the basic vocabulary. Yeah, we need help. Uncle Sam is making us sick for profit, and most of our country in the rural areas don't even have internet. Because Uncle Sam is making us sick for profit and dumb for profit, like a Munchausen by proxy parent with their kid. I'd bet my life on it. I'd bet my life on it. I do bet my life on it. It's funny that the people who demand that I change my name from Jesus to something else have a funny tendency to change their names after coming at me. I'm not trying to brag, I'm just saying I'm accountable. I live on live video. Are you? I'm not really the one to be trying. I compulsively defend myself and others. Y'all need to stay helping real people. There's a lot of people suffering here, and they're all being neglected, and that could be you. That's what happens when you got the whole world living paycheck to paycheck. That could be most of us at any moment. Demand rights for your homeless in your city. They deserve to live, no matter what. They deserve the ability to pursue the pursuit of happiness, just like the rest of us, and we're not doing it. Started from the bottom and we're here as a pipe dream and a myth. It's very hard to dig yourself out of a hole that is homelessness here, anywhere. You think your fast food and gasoline bill went up? Think about the people with no access to electricity. Y'all keep talking about the middle class like it still exists at 99% wealth inequality. Y'all keep talking about the middle class as if it's a significant portion of our city doesn't even have access to electricity or clean water to wash it. And meanwhile, they are marked. People take out their aggression on the homeless. Those Karens, they love them too. It's just a fact. They feel very comfortable doing it. I curse them out in public as I say I'm legally ordained, and if you really want me to change my name, fine. I'm named after a city that loves to sing the blues. My name is awesome. They used to demand I stop being Casey, that I was too much for them, but now they demand that I be Casey again. Chess and checkers, baby. Y'all play chess, I play checkers. Come learn from me, or let me be. But I'll never be silent any day in my life for nobody. Bet on it. Maybe it's your own events. I try to be respectful, but I got my own space and I use it. I know where I'm allowed to talk and where it's appropriate. Otherwise I would have already been checked a long time ago. I got a purpose, and I'm never not thinking of it. It's to time. I swore an oath. I swore an oath to this timeline to try to make it better any way I can, every day. I did not come here to be silent. Call me crazy like I don't have a right to be. And I'm gonna call you a Genesis and ask why you think that people who don't have a human right to be crazy. Is that how a doctor would treat it? With bigoted slurs? I don't think so. I don't think so. So go ahead, call me crazy. I'm gonna take a picture. Watch me love you anyway. Says I might get distracted, but I'm very much a master of course correction. And if I want, I wouldn't be alive to type this right now. It's funny how the people who run up on me and demand I change my name without knowing a thing about me have a tendency to change their name after they try to punk me. I ain't no punk though, and I'm not getting distracted for long. I'm here like a time traveler. I'm conscious that I'm everything a time traveler wishes they could be. Come tell me to change my name. I'll start going by Casey again, K-A-C-E. But I'm gonna rearrange the letters to make it spell cake. And I'm gonna make it eat it every day and shove it down their face. I'm here to activate. I'm an activist. I'm a honeypot. The first honeypot, both Jesus and Magdalene. My soul wasn't ever unique. Magdalene had it too. Many of the saints. You'll find my soul in so many people. The soul is different than the spirit. The soul is different than the spirit. And don't forget that it's not just the holy people who are spiritual. Satan is too. Speaking of which, remember that it was God who cast Satan as the devil. And since God isn't a man in the sky and it's time itself, it's you. You cast the devil. You cast the devils. We cast the devils. Many people who are Jesus get put up on cross like they're the devils when they were just here to help the future. Some of us find a way to stick around 2,000 years later. Hopefully, for the sake of something. You'll find my soul in many places. We are playing the long game, and we can't be stopped. That's on God. God's plan. Hey, y'all.
What I want to see happen in this country is that every kid in America, I grew up in a family with a lot of money, my parents left went to college. I want every kid in the Washington to understand that if he or she does their schoolwork seriously, does well,
There's a bird on the stage with you, Bernie.